This video is for anyone who's been left hanging with a promise that never came true. If you've ever heard the words, "I just need time," and sat there hoping, waiting, hurting, this is for you. Because what's worse than a breakup? Uncertainty. And today, we're breaking that cycle. Let's talk about the silent truth behind those 5 words that keep too many people stuck. Let's be real. "I need time" sounds gentle, mature, even thoughtful. But in reality, it's often a cushion for someone too scared to tell you the truth. Let's dive deep into what's really happening when someone says they need time, and why, more often than not, they don't come back. Let me tell you a story that might sound a little too familiar. There was this girl, let's call her Maya. She was dating this guy for about 7 months. Everything was going well, or so she thought. They laughed, went on dates, had deep conversations, even talked about the future. Then suddenly he started pulling back. Texts came late, plans got vague, and then one night over dinner, he dropped it. "I think I just need some time to figure things out." Maya didn't argue. She respected it. She gave him space. She didn't chase or beg. She waited and waited. And guess what? He never came back. But 3 weeks later, she saw him tagged in a photo with another girl. Same smile, same eyes that once looked at her like she was the world. She was shattered, not because he left, but because he didn't say goodbye. So what happened here? Let's unpack it. When someone says, "I need time," it can mean a lot of things. But 9 times out of 10, it means one of these. They're unsure, but not about life, about you. They're emotionally unavailable and don't know how to communicate it. They're not ready for the level of commitment you're offering. They want to keep you on standby while exploring other options. And this is the harsh one. They want out, but don't want to hurt you by saying it directly. See, it's easier to ghost respectfully by saying, "I need time." It creates the illusion that maybe, just maybe, they'll return. But let's talk about why they don't. The biggest problem with "I need time" isn't just the confusion. It's the hope, because hope is powerful. It's also dangerous when misplaced. You start wondering, should I text them? Maybe they're just stressed. Maybe it's just a phase. And while you're sitting there analyzing texts, replaying conversations, and doubting your worth, they've already moved on mentally. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, they've clocked out. Meanwhile, you're still on pause. And the most painful part? You're not waiting for them. You're waiting for closure. But sometimes, closure is just realizing the door has already been shut. You're just standing in front of it. Let's dig into this a bit deeper. Why don't they come back? Because they were already drifting emotionally when they said, "I need time." Because they found comfort in the idea of space rather than fixing the actual issues. Because saying, "I need time" keeps the door open just enough. For them, not for you. Here's something psychology tells us. People avoid uncomfortable conversations not because they're evil, but because they don't want to be the villain in someone else's story. So instead of saying, "This isn't working," they say, "I just need some time." Sounds noble, right? But it's actually cowardice dressed as kindness. It gives them a clean exit while making you feel guilty for wanting answers. Here's the truth bomb. Someone who truly wants you in their life doesn't ask for time away from you. They might need space, sure, we all do, but they communicate it, reassure you, and show up anyway. But someone who drops, "I need time," and disappears, they weren't confused, they were done. And the biggest lesson? Stop waiting for someone to choose you when they already had the chance and walked away. Waiting won't bring them back, but it will stop you from healing. You deserve love that doesn't hesitate. You deserve someone who doesn't need time to realize your worth. You are not a maybe. So what should you do when someone says they need time? Don't wait. Don't beg. Don't put your life on hold. Use that time for you. Heal. Reflect. Glow up mentally and emotionally. Because the real glow up isn't revenge, it's moving on in peace while they wonder if you ever looked back. And remember Maya? She didn't. Text him. She didn't stalk his socials. She poured into herself. 6 months later, she bumped into him at a mutual friend's party. He said, "Hey, I've missed you." She smiled and said, "I haven't. That's healing. That's strength. And that's the energy you deserve."